Welcome again to Selenium with C# training. So last time we have seen what is an array, right? How to create and declare an array, right? How to initialize an array. Now today we are going to focus on these strings. Now what is string basically? When we talk about the string, right? So it is a combination of characters. Then it becomes a string, right? So what is a string? String is nothing but it is a combination of characters. Say for example now hello world. So hello world and within a double quotes, this is called as a string, right? So these are the combination of the characters like H is one character, E is character. So when we combine all these characters, then it becomes a string, right? So to declare and initialize the string variable, how to write it down? So string is a data type, MSG message is a variable name, correct, and equal to within a double quotes, you have to write it down the string. Anything, right? So welcome to C# training or all, right? And we can join two or more string using a concatenation sign, that is a plus symbol, right? And we assign it to one another variable. So for example, msg is a variable which has been already declared, right? And equal to hello is one string and which is getting concatenated with the plus symbol, and that is world is another string. So when we get the output, right? So we will get the output like hello world, right? Okay, and this is how we can join two or more string using this concatenation symbol or sign, that is a plus symbol. Okay, now there are different properties and the methods are also there, like length, then the substring, okay, then the equals and the split. So let's do it practically. Okay, we'll try to understand this string. Okay, now in strings, so let me just declare it one variable, correct, and we assign one string. So suppose it's a string of, you can give MSG and equal to welcome to C# training. Okay, welcome to C hash or C# training. So this is what the string is all about. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to print this string. Okay, so console.write and then the message. So it will print the entire string. Now what I want to do is I want to get the length of this characters. How many characters are there? Okay. So let's go and check it out the length. Okay. So how to get, so console.write, console dot write line dot write line and into bracket. Now I want to get the length of that string. So msg dot, okay, and then length, msg dot length. So we will get it the how many characters are there. Okay, so let me just save this and quickly run it. Okay, so let me just run and see that. So how many characters are there? So it will print, even the space is also getting included. Okay, so it will get printed. So the previous also it will execute and then it will get the total how many characters are available. Okay, right. So still execution is going on. It's taking a little bit of time. Okay. Now welcome to C# training, right? And there are 22 characters are available. Okay, there are 22 characters are available. So this is how we can get the length of the string. Now I want to get the substring. Okay, right. Just I want to get the welcome. I don't want to get into the two C# training. Okay, so I want to get into the substring. So how to get into the substring, right? So there is a method called as a substring. Okay. So let me just get into the another msg1 variable, okay, and then msg dot substring, right, and into bracket. What I want to put here, we have to give the index, like it should start with 0 to say 7. Okay, so it will print welcome. So let's print this msg1. Save this file and let's see that. Okay, whether we are getting welcome. Right, so it will start with the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it will print 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So let me just save this and run it again. Now it is printing welcome. It is not printing welcome to C# training, right? So we have seen what is the length, how to get the length, number of characters, and substring. Hence, if you want to get only welcome, then we can get the welcome using a substring. Now, there is a something called as a equals, right? If there are two strings are there and you want to check whether two strings are equal, right? So what I want to do is I want to check this welcome is coming, right? MSG1. So whether this welcome is equals to welcome, okay? So let's see that. Right, so let's go and check it out for the equals. Okay, another, the thing is equals. Now let me just go and check console C is capital, console dot right line, and then into bracket. Right, what I want to compare, I want to compare msg1 dot equals E is capital and equals with what? Equals with welcome, right? Equals with welcome, right? So what it returns? So see that whether it returns boolean, okay? Whether it returns boolean. So let me just run and see that it returns boolean. Whether it is a case sensitive, suppose if I go with the small in the welcome. So whether it is getting if the reading the characters, see. Now if I go with the small welcome, then it returns false. If I go with capital welcome as it is, right, then it returns true. Okay, so it is a case sensitive, right? Now the next is we want to understand what is a split is all about, right? So for example, now if we have a test data, right, it is a set of data. Say for example is username and the password, right, and which is separated by commas or something like that. So how to split it? Okay, let's take a simple example. Let's take a simple example. So string of s equals to, right, let me just separate it by comma. Okay, 1, 2, comma, then 3, right, and 4. Suppose for example we have these users, user 1, user 2, user 3, user 4, and user 5, correct, and which is separated by commas. Now I want to split it. I want to get this in the separate things, like 1 is separate, 2 is separate, 3 is separate, and 4 is separate. Okay, so how to split this? So let's see that. So the string is there, string of, let me just create another one, s1, string of s1, right? Now suppose if I split it, okay, there is a method called as a split. When I split this string, it should be stored in some, the variable, right? But which type of the variable it is? See, now suppose if I separate this 1, 2, 3, and 4, and if whether I am going to write it down S1, S2, S3, no, then I have to go with an array, correct? So it should be declared as an array, remember. Okay, right. Now the next is which method, right? That is a split method. Okay, so we have to go with s dot split, right, and into bracket, okay, which character that is in the comma. So we are telling that, okay, wherever the comma is there, we have to split this. Done. Okay. Now we have to write it down, the result. Okay, console dot write line. If I go with S1, whether it will print, or if, suppose if I go with S1 of 0, right? It's an array, right? So S1 of 0. So it will print only one value, right? So it means that it is separated, correct? And if you go with the for loop, it will print all the values, correct? So let's go console dot write line, right? And let me just say that it's a result is, okay. And then I have to go with the for loop. Say for integer of j equals to initially 0, then j is less than, correct, j is less than s1 dot length and j plus plus, right? Now if you see that console dot write line s1, correct, s1 of j, so it will print all the values, that is 1 2 3, but it will get it separate, right? So if you run it and then see the output, so we got it 1 2 3 and 4 separate values, right? So we have seen what is a string, right? How to declare a string variable, right? How to get the length of the characters, how many characters are there in the string, then how to get the substring, then whether the strings are equal or not, it returns a boolean value, right? And then we have seen that how to split it. Okay, so hope that everybody has understood this, right? Okay, so then keep watching this video, do the practice. Okay, happy learning. Thank you very much.